Mom.
What do you get?
Like where you're talking about how usually like my friends don't usually get to eat at the places I get to and whatnot, but it's like, I mean, like, it's much different than most people would expect it to be. It's like you don't even notice the changes until it's like already happened.
What changes? What do you mean?
Like how your lifestyle is, like from what food you eat, like how I went from eating fish sticks and McDonald's and whatnot to eating at places like Cafe Zupa's, Aria Buffet, you know, all those places, and it's like it happened so fast that I just wasn't able to keep up with it.
What happened so fast?
Especially considering like with you becoming a business owner and stuff out of nowhere, because like when you really think about it, like you live a much different lifestyle than you would like whenever like your parents are working with someone, and it's just much different.
In what way? What do you mean?
I mean, like remember when you were working with Minerva and whatnot, Mom, back in North Carolina, and we could barely even get the internet on, we could barely get any power and all that.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Barely hanging on.
Yep, I remember.
And then each time, though, you would constantly shift between working with different people.
Yep.
And then we had to go all the way back to Ohio. Then we had to stay with Grandpa John.
Yep.
And we also had to stay with Grandma Junie.
Yep.
And since we couldn't really afford anything, because like things just got really hard because we kept trying to find places to work, and it's like things got really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, when we went back to Ohio, we were trying to figure it out, weren't we?
And then you started off with a business in which I somehow didn't really catch on that you were starting one somehow.
Because it started off me trying to just help you, huh?
And then there was just these products and whatnot. Then we just started like delivering products to people and whatnot. And you started making like blends. Next thing you know, the dining area so happened to just turn into a workspace.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, when I look at it now, it's just like, it's such a great day to be alive.
Yeah, it feels good to know that we were able to
and like
start something.
And like how God's been protecting us from many things that would have happened to us.
Yeah.
Like certain months where we were thinking about going to some place, or like when we leave someplace early on, like right in time. Like for example, the Asia Festival. And if we didn't leave, we would have gotten shot because some people decided to start gunning people down.
Yep, we left right before it happened, didn't we?
Yeah, although we did get drenched in water, though.
Yeah. Better than bullets. Better than bullets, but...
Yeah, much better. And like with the Bellagio catching on fire, in which I'm also glad we did. And like other stuff happening on the Strip, in which on those days, sometimes we might have even considered going to the Strip maybe on those days. But then decided no.
Yep. We've been covered, huh?
Yeah, or like multiple times where people almost caused car crashes with us, like where they would like drive really horribly in the road. And like that car crash we got into back in Ohio.
Yeah, that was rough, huh?
Yeah. It's just gives me a whole new look on life, like especially like where you can just have one moment where like in the middle of your dream you could forget that you could end up forgetting to breathe, and then you could easily just pass away, like at any given time, even whilst you're awake.
Yeah, life is fragile, basically. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. And don't just spend all your life just keep thinking about like what you can do and what you can't do, or like what you wish you could do, but you just have to go with it.
I agree. That's what we did, huh?
You just have to research how to do what you're what your ideas are, what your dreams are. And to research it, you have to do it.
Yeah.
Just go forward with it.
Yep. What do you think about the fact that I just went for it?
It's just amazing because, like, as when you went for it, it's just like our entire lives were changed.
Yeah.
Like, not immediately, but it's like it took a while, and eventually just things started changing.
Yeah. Does it make you happy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What does that feel like for you? Like, does it make you believe that you can do more?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're able to just start a business and whatnot, and then, I mean, it wasn't easy for you to do it, and it's still not easy.
Yeah, you got that right.
But I mean, yeah, like, really hard, especially considering how hard you've been working.
Yeah, I do.
It's just like opportunities will come to you, and you can't miss them.
Yep. We're taking it, baby. We're taking it.
And even if something bad happens to someone, that could be just giving you an opportunity to do something about it.
Yeah. And I think that's most important to me, is what I want to do. I want to do something about it. You know what I mean? Like, all the problems and things that we see, it's important to do something about it. You know, we don't need to wait for other people. And I think that's what was happening when you were sick. I just kept waiting. We kept going back and forth to the doctor, and, you know, all the pokes and prods and blood draws and all that kind of stuff. And then now look. You know what I mean? Now look, you're all better. And, you know, it was like when that happened, and I remember praying, and God was like, why do you keep taking him back and forth to the doctor when you know what to do? And it was like, I came home, they gave us medicine after, you know, having you in the ER.
Yeah, like they would do things like give me steroids and other stuff.
And it was no more.
Help.
It never helped. But guess what did help? You know, these products helped, and it changed everything. And so now we get to help other families, you know, and help other parents, and now out of that, you know, more and more products are being developed. But think about this business began because of you. You know what I mean? Like, what we thought was just going to be something, you know, it was horrible because you weren't feeling well.
And it's like
yeah,
back then
like you had lesions all over your skin.
It was so horrible that I didn't even remember what my own knees felt like.
Yep. And now look, you're all perfectly clear. Yeah, good point.
Because, like, they were just a bunch, it was just, like, all over.
Yeah.
And it's like I could barely feel it. I couldn't even feel it.
Yeah, you couldn't even feel your own skin, huh?
Nope. And it was like all down here on my legs.
Mm-hmm. Your elbows, your arms. And now you're just perfect. And I don't know, did I ever tell you why I named the company Bellativa? Did I tell you it was because of you?
No.
Well, Bella means beautiful. It also means love in other languages. And Tiva is for cannabis sativa and so I put it together because that sativa and the blends that we did made your skin beautiful again. So all of this is because of you. Hopefully you'll inherit it one day and you'll do some good stuff with it.
Yeah, I should actually start learning how to do these business things.
Yeah. Well, you know a lot. You've done a lot with me. You can pretty much tell everybody about, like, the differences between hemp and marijuana. You can tell people all kinds of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So you're pretty much, you're able to repeat me pretty well. You know? You know about reading contracts. All right.
Yeah, and you're the one who taught me that. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I started to realize, like, what was the purpose behind, like, making people read books and other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I realized, like, it's supposed to help you, like, remember things, like, with book reports, trying to help you remember everything that you read.
Mm-hmm.
And reading is to help you, like, read everything completely instead of just trying to skim through it and try to get the basics, or ask someone, like, what is all this? And they'll just like, oh, it's just that, but it's not really that.
Yep. So you're basically seeing how to apply these things to your everyday life.
Because you can have a business, you can have your plan be all smart and whatnot, but someone could approach you with a contract, and if you don't, like, if you haven't read books and things and you don't know how to read everything completely, no matter how long it is, then someone can easily get you. Like they can sneak something in there at a random page.
Yep, you gotta be sharp.
In which you can say like we will also get 80% of your pay or anything like that.
Yep.
But not all people are like that. I'm just saying, but you gotta watch out for it.
Yep, you gotta be sharp. You gotta be sharp in business, and that's what I'm trying to train you to do. To pay attention to everything that you see me do. You know, and then when you inherit it, then you take it and you make it bigger than ever. But in the meantime, I'll have you work, you know?
Okay.
So, anyway, I love you. Thank you for talking to me.
All right.
Ready to pull off?
Sure.
Headed to GameStop? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.